Emotions boiled over in Prince George's County tonight.
The heated exchanges came during a community forum to talk about the recent uptick in violent crime.
Just to give you a little precursor, Prince George's County is not the THEE, richest Sun County in the country. Period. Okay? The richest Sun County in the country. Period. An enclave, a haven, a bastion for wealthy, upper crust, middle class, Sun people. Sprawling suburban neighborhoods. Manicured lawns. Huge houses, winding driveways. And the murder rate and the crime rate is just like Detroit, Gary, Indiana, Miami Gardens, Memphis, same thing. It doesn't matter. There's no hope. There's no solution.
Emotions boiled over in Prince George's County tonight.
The heated exchanges came during a community forum to talk about the recent uptick in violent crime.
I'm a survivor shooting victim myself. I have a rod in my leg. So you're not going to silence me nor my people.
County leaders gathered in Suitland for what was billed as a solutions-based conversation, but as you just heard, not everybody liked what they were hearing.
News 4's Corey Smith explains the county executive believes outbursts like this will help, not hurt, efforts to make the county safer.
The packed house inside the creative Suitland Arts Center showed how much this community cares about reducing crime. But it was the explosion of emotions.
My son was murdered. Stop the plea deal.
Offered the clearest indication of the trauma they've endured as violent crime rises.
Hey, man, this is the type of passion it takes, man. Not for nothing, man. But we passionate about everything. Some son, man, get killed by a cop. I mean, acting like a complete fool. Fighting and tussling and grabbing and clutching and on for 30 minutes. Some man, he finally gets shot. And these same people be crying and carrying on. So it's good to see them having this same emotion for the genocide that's going on in their home community. The self-inflicted genocide. So salute to them, man. You heard Mama say, stop the plea deals. Stop giving plea deals. Well, sister, you're just now asking for that. For 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years, you've been asking for plea deals. I'm talking about you sisters as a collective. So now, you've just now asked. So give us a chance to respond to this request. Like we responded to the years and years of you begging for plea deals. See, this is what sisters don't understand. Yes, you're giving us this request now. Well, this one woman in this one place at this one meeting in this one space and time is asking for less plea deals. But let's just pretend that like a lot of sisters was asking for like stop giving murderers and criminals and repeat offenders and psychopaths plea deals that get them out earlier and don't really punish them for the severity of their crimes. let's just say they had a movement like no pleas matter. And they had the same force and the same verve and the same energy they had with BLM. And they were asking for what she's asking for, stiffer penalties for, murderous community terrorists. Now we have to respond to that. So it would take us time to enact that. You see what I'm saying, sister? So y'all spent a lot of time and energy asking for what you have now. So it's going to probably take that same amount of energy or more to reverse it. Now that y'all see that it ain't really all it's cracked up to be.
But it was the explosion of emotions.
My son was murdered. Stop the plea deal.
For the clearest indication of the trauma they've endured as violent crime rises.
We got to talk truth here. And I'm a survivor shooting victim myself. I have a rod in my leg. So you're not going to silence me, nor my people.
That's what crime does, is it causes that kind of pain.
The statistics tell part of the story. While the 24 murders so far this year represent a reduction compared to this time in 2021, robbery, assault, and carjackings are all on the rise.
Now think about that. 24 murders in the richest Sutton County in the country. 24 people have been murdered there. It's April, man. And that's the bragging about that. There are only 24 people murdered. Do you understand that the richest glider county in the country, they probably have one murder for the whole year? If that. But robbery, assault, and carjacking on the rise. Carjacking's up 46%. Robbery's up 30%. So I mean, Iyanla has a saying, Iyanla Van Zant, Fix My Life. If you do it anywhere, you do it everywhere. In Prince George's County, for some people, crystallizes that statement. If you do it in the South Bronx, if you do it in North Philly, if you do it in Frazier, if you do it in Fifth Ward, if you do it in South Central, you also do it in Prince George's County. It just is what you do.
The statistics tell part of the story. While the 24 murders so far this year represent a reduction compared to this time in 2021, robbery, assault, and carjackings are all on the rise. The violence can be seen on county streets and inside schools. The county solution? Investing in violence interrupters, mental health services, recruiting more officers, and the newly established Violence Prevention Task Force.
We're not here tonight talking about what we think we might do. We're here tonight talking about actual solutions that the government has put forward, including Hope in Action.
That effort is being led by Reverend Tony Lee. He says these solutions take time, but he knows patience is wearing thin.
It takes time to build anything solid, but I don't think we can have patience when lives are at risk. We can do what we can do with what we have while building for an even better future to have even greater impact.
County Executive Angela Also Brooks called tonight's conversation.
So the county executive is like the mayor or the governor. She's the top dog in the county. So everything out there is run by sisters and sonmen. Everything. There's nobody to blame. They can't say that. Well, yeah, they're still going to say that, but a logical person will hear them saying that and just discount.
County Executive Angela Also Brooks called tonight's conversation constructive, but some residents felt it was narrow and focused on juvenile offenders too much.
it focused on juvenile offenders too much. That's who's doing it. Your kids. Your kids are doing the lion's share of this. What are they talking about? You're having a symposium on crime. The police chief's there. The county executive's there. All the big wigs is there that know the numbers and know all the data and seen all the trends and all that stuff and talk with all the scientists and specialists. And they surmise that we need to focus on juvenile offenders. And of course, some people mad. You focusing on the kids, but that's who's doing it. Your kids. 15 to 25. And really 15 to 35, but 15 to 25 is just that. Whew.
But some residents felt it was narrow and focused on juvenile offenders too much.
This is a balanced approach. We understand that our young people become adults. And what we want is to be able to get in front of them now and to mold the kind of adults that they become.
And while the delivery may not have been constructive to some, also Brooks believes passion and differing opinions from an engaged community can help solve the problem.
I think we come up with the best solutions sometimes when we have this kind of tension present.
In Suitland, Corey Smith, News 4.
And Corey tells us that the gun violence survivor you saw yelling in that video spoke with County Executive also Brooks after the meeting. The two pledged to work together to find solutions to reducing crime.
And tonight, Mobile's new youth violence prevention coordinator stepping out in his first campaign to fight gun violence.
I get it. Teen life can be tough.
Old Christopher Williams. They say, all right, with the single mothers, we gotta reach the single mothers, man. Oh, Shabbat boy. Hey, man, whatever it takes, man.
I get it. Teen life can be tough. Pressure to be this and to do that is constantly in your face. Do you know what else is becoming too constant? Teen gun violence. And honestly, it's got to stop.
Okay. I'm a little confused. Because they preach that midnight basketball and rec centers is the solution. But in their campaign, their commercial for their campaign, they got the basketball court getting shot up, man. If I'm a donor or next time you ask me about some damn midnight basketball, I'll be like, what? Look at your commercial, man. I'm not giving you no money for no midnight basketball.
Coming too constant. Teen gun violence. And honestly, it's got to stop.
Mobile police releasing this video tonight. That's just part of it. But it shows Coordinator Joshua Jones there inviting teens affected by gun violence to get together next Wednesday at 3 p.m. at Unity Point Park. That's on Spring Hill Avenue. There will be posters at the event so teens can write messages about how gun violence has impacted their life and this city.
If you are a teenager and you've been affected by gun violence, whether directly or indirectly, I invite you to join me at Unity Park to put your stake in the ground against gun violence.
And it's not just for teens either. All community members who want to stand up to end gun violence are also invited.